I'm Scott from Keto Hughes, and today I want to talk about our lifestyle journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So stick around if you're curious about our journey. Let's start off with some background about me. When we began our journey, I was a 70-year-old retired communications professional who had toiled in corporate America for over 50 years, and much of it was in technology, a very high-stress world. I never really paid much attention to what I ate, nor really did much exercise. I was barreling down the road of becoming diabetic and didn't seem to care. That is until my heart came to a complete stop. Not once, not twice, but 5 times over 2 weeks in May of 2020. Talk about a wake-up call. I won't bore you with all the details, but I immediately became new best friends with the most amazing and skilled cardiac surgeon on the planet, in my opinion. So now I'm alive and kicking because of a modern-day miracle. I have a pacemaker. I have good heart plumbing, just bad electrical. My heart beats too slowly, and it stops, which is really never very good. I also have AFib flutter. That's where my heartbeat races too fast. The flutter is now controlled through medications. I was 230 pounds when all of this happened. My family doctor had been trying to get me to lose weight for the last few years in an effort to get my numbers like A1C and blood sugar out of the diabetic range and without going the take these meds and you'll be fine route. But man, it's tough when you eat all the wrong foods most of the time. So here's my good. By eating delicious low-carb foods combined with intermittent fasting and daily bike riding, I've released over 30 pounds. I feel amazing and I'm full of newfound energy. And I am proud to say I'm no longer at high risk of becoming diabetic. The bad? Well, I was able to easily give up junk food, even ice cream. I still dream about French fries and onion rings, so on occasion, I will indulge myself, and that's okay. Late night snacking? I love to watch movies, and my old self would routinely grab junk food to satisfy my munchies. I'm continuing to wean off of the snacks by eating only small amounts of nuts, which seems to be working. My goal is to stop snacking totally because it screws up my fasting, but it's really hard. So what's the ugly? I had water shooting out my butt. Seriously, it sucks. My gut is healing, yes, but it's going to take a longer time for me. My wife and daughter seem to be healing faster, and that's okay. Every journey is different, and your mileage will vary. So that's my good, bad, and the ugly. I was given another chance at life, so I'm really trying to make improvements in every possible way. I plan on being around to enjoy all life has for me, especially my granddaughters, and they like that. So now let's hear from the rest of the Keto Hughes team, my wife and daughter.
This has been the easiest and the most satisfying food plan that I've ever been on. The food's delicious and healthy, and it keeps me full. And I feel better. I've got less inflammation, less pain in my body. I was unable to go very far or walk because I had so much pain in my knees and my hips. And now I can walk. I'm much better. I have more energy also. And with the low-carb eating and intermittent fasting, I've lost 2 inches off my bust, 4 inches off my waist, and 7 inches off my hips. It's like my body knows where the fat cells are and it goes there. And I've dropped 50 pounds as well, which I'm very happy with. And it also is making me a lot healthier. With all the other food plans I've tried in the fast, I would drop the weight, but not the inches so much. I'd have to do serious exercise to get any more of it off, and it was frustrating. So those are the good things. Here's what's bad for me. There's many parts of my body that need healing. My digestion is off because I don't have a gallbladder. And I do spend more time in the bathroom than most people. Healing your gut takes time. It has gotten much better. Too much weight on my knees caused even more pain, and taking the weight off of them helped. The ugly is that I have fibromyalgia and arthritis. Don't want to moan and groan about it, but I've lived with a lot of pain, so I couldn't exercise the first 6 months. But in closing, I would say that this lifestyle has really helped to heal my body, which is why I started it in the first place. Living with less and no pain is so much better. So that's my good, the bad, and the ugly. Everyone has their own unique experiences, but to me, this is a very good plan. I'm very happy that I am on it, and my body is healing tremendously.
Hi! Well, hello there. I'm so excited to share with you my 6-month update with 3 good, 1 bad, and 1 ugly thing about my journey so far. Let's start with the good. Check out the reduction in my blood pressure and my blood sugar. Woohoo! It is so good. I'm slowly weaning off my blood pressure meds with the approval of my doctor. My A1C was 4.7 at my last checkup, and I am no longer pre-diabetic. Number 2, I went from not being able to exercise to riding a bike outdoors 4 to 5 times a week. I'm 3 to 4 sizes smaller, and I have a ton of energy and joy. I've been trying on everything in my closet and dressers about once a month. It's been so awesome to now fit some of the clothes I'd kept for someday. This shirt is an example of that. 6 months ago, I couldn't even try it on. It wouldn't fit over my chest. A few months later, I could try it on, but it was really tight. Now it fits just fine. The clothing industry has been pretty unkind to fat folks. I made a promise to myself that I'll never again buy something just because it fits. I have to actually love it. I know my folks gave exact numbers of how much weight they've released. I'm not going to do that. The diet culture is still very strong. The scale can become the cause of your happiness and motivation, or the cause of you jumping ship because it didn't give you the results you were expecting. Since you may not know where I started, I'll put a picture up of the difference in my face. Number 3, my digestive tract has leveled out. 6 months ago, I had a lot of back and forth between rabbit pellets and diarrhea. I was also taking Tums tablet antacids several times a day. It had been like that for years. In the beginning of our keto and low-carb journey, I had a lot of water squirting out my bum. It was not very much fun. 6 months later, I have an occasional whoosh now and then, but it's rare and it's not urgent, and I'm off the antacids. Okay, so the bad. My sleep is different on this lifestyle. Some nights I sleep fine. Many nights I seem to require less sleep, or I have trouble remaining asleep. When I do an extended fast, sleep is elusive. It's frustrating for me because I've tracked my sleep and my hunger. Leptin levels are supposed to reduce in our bodies after 7 hours of sleep. I'm definitely more hungry if I don't get at least that. And lastly, the ugly. I've mentioned before that I have eating disorders and food triggers. I've tested gently the idea of fasting for an extended period of time, like 24 to 48 hours, with the purpose and goal being autophagy and deeper healing. So far, every time I try a longer fast, my binge eating is triggered, and I feel ravenous and out of control. Sometimes this can last a full 24 hours after the attempted fast. Let me know in the comments if you felt that way too. My go-to binge is eating a lot of keto treats in addition to our normal meals. The treats create intestinal distress, and that is no fun either. I've recently been able to complete a couple of extended fasts, but it was after the 6-month mark, so I'll share more about them in a future video. Well, that's my 6-month update. Overall, I feel amazing. No more brain fog and tons of energy. Back to you, Dad.
So that's our journey so far. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. See you next video.